Picture two versions of the same man. Version 1. He is 29 years old, standing in a grocery store parking lot, scrolling through his phone. 3 dating app profiles open. 0 matches this week. He is not an ugly man. He's not a cruel man. He is just invisible. He goes home, microwaves his dinner, and watches other people's highlight reels on social media. Version 2. The sane man. He is 44 years old. Same grocery store parking lot. His phone is buzzing. A woman from his gym left a message. A colleague from his last project asked if he wants to grab dinner. An old friend from college, female, sent a voice note saying she's been thinking about him. Nothing about his face changed dramatically. He did not win the lottery. He did not get famous. So what happened between 29 and 44? His name is Ethan, and his story is one that every man watching this needs to hear. Ethan grew up in a mid-sized city in Ohio. Average upbringing, solid family, no dramatic trauma. By 25, he was working an entry-level logistics job, making $38,000 a year, sharing an apartment with 2 roommates, and genuinely trying in the dating world. He was nice. He was reliable. He called when he said he would. He showed up on time. He paid for dinners he could not really afford. He complimented women the way he was told women wanted to be complimented, and it did not matter. He would match with a woman, text for 3 days, ask her out and get ghosted. Or he would go on a first date that felt promising, follow up the next morning, and receive the dreaded response. I just do not feel a connection. He heard that phrase so many times that he started to wonder if something was genuinely wrong with him. He tried changing his photos. He tried changing his bio. He tried being more direct. He tried being more laid back. Nothing worked consistently. By 29, Ethan was doing what millions of men his age do in silence. He was internalizing the rejection. He started to believe the problem was something permanent about him, something unfixable. But here is what nobody told Ethan at 29. And here is what nobody is telling millions of men right now. He was not losing because of who he was. He was losing because of where he was in his development. He had no real assets, no clear direction, no commanding presence, no story. He was a rough draft of a man competing in a market that rewards finished products. The dating market, and this is something most people refuse to say out loud, does not reward potential. It rewards proof. At 29, Ethan had potential. He had not yet built the proof. Women were not rejecting his character. They were responding to the absence of evidence. Evidence of capability, evidence of achievement, evidence of direction, evidence of completeness. Ethan at 29 was incomplete, well-intentioned but unfinished, promising but unproven, potential without demonstration. Around 31, something changed, not in a dramatic movie moment way. It was quieter than that. Ethan got passed over for a promotion he deserved. His manager gave the role to someone with less experience but more confidence in the room. Ethan went home angry. But instead of staying angry, he made a decision. He enrolled in a night certification course in supply chain management. He started waking up at 5:30 in the morning, not because some YouTube guru told him to, but because he was genuinely tired of being overlooked. He changed his diet, not to impress anyone, because he wanted energy. He joined a gym, not to get attention, because he was stressed and the gym helped. He cut back on alcohol completely. He picked up woodworking on the weekends, which gave him something to talk about that had nothing to do with a woman or a relationship. By 34, he had earned a senior logistics role. By 37, he was managing a team of 11 people and earning $92,000 annually. He bought a small house at 39, nothing impressive by magazine standards. But it was his. And here is the part nobody talks about. During those years 31 to 42, Ethan was barely dating. He went on maybe 1 or 2 dates a year, not because women rejected him more, because he stopped making it a central priority. His attention was elsewhere. His energy was elsewhere. He was building, focused, quiet, and the world noticed before he did. Before we continue, if this story is already making you think about your own journey, where you were at 29 versus where you are right now, hit that subscribe button and drop your current age in the comments below. Just your age. Nothing else. Let us see who is in the room with us today. Here is what happened to Ethan that he did not fully understand until his early 40s. He had accidentally done something that most men never do deliberately. He had built what psychologists call a complete identity. A complete identity means your sense of self does not depend on external validation. It means you have skills, purpose, structure, and standards. and none of them require anyone's approval to exist. Here is why that matters in the dating world. Women, at every age, but especially past 30, are not just evaluating how a man looks, they are reading signals. Energy signals, stability signals, direction signals. A man who is chasing is broadcasting neediness, even when he is not aware of it. The desperation is not always in the words, it is in the pace of the texts. It is in the eagerness to please. It is in the absence of any real boundaries. Ethan at 29 was broadcasting those signals constantly, despite being a genuinely good human being. Ethan at 44 was broadcasting something entirely different. He owned property. He led people at work. He had hobbies that did not require a partner to enjoy. He had a social circle that respected him. He was content, genuinely content, spending a Saturday afternoon completely alone. That signal is rare, and rarity creates demand. Women at 40 were not looking for potential anymore. They had spent their 20s dating potential. They wanted proof, evidence, demonstration. Ethan at 44 was walking proof of capability. He proved he could set a goal and achieve it. He proved he could build something and sustain it. He proved he could delay gratification for long-term gain. He proved he could be consistent over years, not just weeks. That proof is what transformed invisible into visible. That evidence is what transformed ignored into pursued. That demonstration is what made the difference between 29 and 44. There are 5 lessons from Ethan's story that apply directly to any man watching this between the ages of 35 and 65. Lesson 1. Stop treating dating as the primary project. When dating becomes your main focus, you broadcast scarcity. The men who attract the most consistent attention are almost always the ones who are absorbed in something more important. Lesson 2. Build proof, not potential. Do not talk about what you are going to do. Become the man who already did it. A promotion earned, a home owned, a skill developed. These are not just financial achievements. They are attraction signals that communicate stability and direction. Lesson 3. Physical presence is non-negotiable after 40. Ethan was not at bodybuilder level at 44. He was lean, energetic, and well-dressed. That is the standard. It is achievable by any man willing to be consistent. Lesson 4. Emotional steadiness is your most powerful asset. The current dating market is flooded with emotional reactivity. Men who are calm, clear, and grounded stand out immediately. Not because they are cold, but because they are solid. Lesson 5. Your 40s are not the end of your market value. For men who have built correctly, the 40s are actually the beginning of peak value. Financial stability combined with life experience, combined with physical maintenance equals a combination that is genuinely rare and genuinely attractive. These 5 lessons are not theory. They are observable patterns, documented realities. Ethan lived them. Thousands of men are living them right now. The market rewards completeness. The market rewards proof. The market rewards finished products. Ethan today is 44 years old. He is not chasing anyone. He is currently dating a 41-year-old woman who reached out to him first. He is in the best physical shape of his entire adult life. He owns his home. He leads a team that respects him. He is, by every internal measure, the most grounded version of himself he has ever been. And here is the one line from Ethan that I want you to carry with you after this video ends. He said, "At 29, I was trying to be chosen. At 44, I realized I had become someone worth choosing. The difference was not time. The difference was what I did with the time." That sentence applies to every man watching this right now. Every single man who feels invisible. Every man who feels rejected. Every man who wonders if his best years are behind him. You are not too late. You are not too old. But he may be too distracted. Too focused on being picked rather than being built. The market does not reward the loudest. It does not reward the most eager. It rewards the most complete. Become complete. Everything else will follow. Stop chasing validation. Start building evidence. Stop selling potential. Start demonstrating proof. Stop hoping to be chosen. Start becoming worth choosing. Ethan did not get lucky. He did not win the genetic lottery. He did not stumble into success. He built it. Deliberately. Consistently. Over 15 years. You have 15 years ahead of you right now. What will you build with them? What evidence will you create? What proof will you demonstrate? The man at 29 is not the man at 44, not because time passed, because work was done, because focus was maintained, because building happened. If this story connected with you, subscribe if you have not already, and drop a comment below. What is the one area you are building right now? I will see you in the next one.